Hey guys, and welcome back to our, I guess, final discussion of all the previous Star Wars movies. I'm your host, Ankit. I got with me this week Jaren.
Hey.
And Ricardo.
Hello.
This week's discussion is going to be for Return of the
Jedi.
The original title was actually called Revenge of the Jedi. They renamed it to Return of the Jedi. They felt Revenge of the Jedi was too much.
Too intense.
Too intense.
It's too real.
I mean, it would make sense if you said it was Revenge of the Jedi. That makes it sound like they Sith Lords.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's Return of the Jedi. The time this goes up, we have to put it up immediately because a new movie comes out this week.
Yep. We had to put this up ASAP.
So let's get straight into it. Return of the Jedi. Let's see. How did that movie start? Did they started with Darth Vader coming to the Death Star, right? And then working on it?
The new Death Star, yeah, they came to the Death Star and they were just like, what's going on with it?
Yeah, the guy was like, yo, what are you doing here?
He's like,
I'm here to check out your effort, man. You guys are slow, like speed it up. He's like, yo, we're working
Darth
as fast
Vader's that district manager status, like,
yo, but the guy was like, yo, we're doing the best we can. And then when he's like, yo, he coming.
and he was like, oh, he coming?
Yeah, he's like, yo, the Emperor, yo,
Double the effort.
overtime.
we gonna get it done, Darth. You don't have to worry about nothing, baby.
Yeah, that's just so funny. I was just like, man, he wasn't as scared as when Darth Vader just showed up, but so he's like, yo, he's coming. Dude was just like, yo, we'll overtime. He's like, we'll do
we got
everything.
this.
And then on the other end was in Tatooine. Luke sent C-3PO and R2-D2 to Jabba the Hutt. They just walked in like, C-3PO being the usual, and was like, yo, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
I feel like Master Luke being a jerk somehow. And lo and behold, he was a jerk. He's like, yo, take these two droids.
Yeah.
C-3PO was like, yo, what?
He's like, that's the wrong message, yo. That's the wrong
He's
one.
like, yo, switch that up, like right now. And then he's like, yo, as long as we got the droids, take the droids.
Yeah, Jabba was just like, I'm gonna keep the droids. Doesn't matter to me.
The funny part is, it seems like, because like throughout the scene, it's just like C-3PO is the only one that wasn't part of this plan at all.
Yeah.
Probably because he talks too much.
Yeah,
And
really,
such a way where he probably would have dropped the plan in 2 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah.
If he knew
Real
he was
quick.
going to get destroyed or something. Because after that was when that random hunter showed up with Chewbacca, and they're like trying to barter for the bounty. And he's like, oh, you want me? He's a bomb.
Got a thermal bomb.
I'm going to blow all of us up.
And Jabba's like, I like this guy.
Well, first, Boba Fett was fast. He's just like, yeah.
Do something.
I'm like, what are you going to do? It's a grenade. I'm like, he dropped it. You guys are all screwed anyways. And then you find out that it was just Leia dressed up to sneak in there. So he buys Jabba. Oh, yeah, he buys Chewie. She goes to Han, puts in a code. Like, I didn't know it was just a few digits to release Han Solo.
And then Han can't see for a while. He's just
he
sitting
like
there.
blinded as hell.
He has a sickness.
He's like, who are you?
Someone you love.
Yeah, some of these lines are just so funny.
He was just like, Leia, give me a kiss, girl.
And then Jabba and like his crew in the background just like,
we knew this was happening.
Oh man, you sure tried to play that, but no. Takes them all prisoners again.
So Han is now in a cell with Chewie.
Yeah, and then
Leia's
Leia's
the classic slave outfit now.
the classic, the slave outfit.
The sleeve is the sleeve bikini or whatever it's called.
Yeah. It was funny because after that, Luke like Han Solo's like, Luke thought of this. Yo, we all screwed. He's like, you know how many times I had to save that guy? He did have to save him a couple times. And then Luke shows up in his robe, and like the first thing Jabba told him was like, don't let that Jedi in here. Oh. You can let me in. Just gets inside, and then Jabba's like, I told you.
I told you not to let him in here. Here he is.
He's like, you weak-minded garbage. And then Luke is just like, yo, you're gonna let them go before I wreck shop. And then he's just like, nah, movie trope time. Trapdoor.
Right.
And then we see the creature for the first time, the Rancor.
Yeah. I think
Man, was an ugly looking thing.
I'm pretty sure it was meant to like make sales for toys because that thing was just like out of nowhere and it was just so.
You know,
ugly.
I was disappointed on how he took it out.
It was so.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna hide under this thing. Oh man, oh yo, a skull. Yo, let me get him near that door. Yo, throw. And I was like,
boom, boom, straight murked him.
Yeah, I was just like, okay.
Everyone was so sad.
Yeah, one guy came in. He was like,
he's dead. He was so sad.
and the other guy's like, it's okay.
It's alright. It's alright.
Oh my god, yo, that shit is so funny.
And Java was just like, damn it, get them all, get them out of here. So they go
to their moving like bar thing.
yeah.
And then
R2 selling drinks.
Yeah, not selling, he's just handing them out.
He's just like, C3 was like, what are you doing? R2's like, yo, I'm giving out drinks. He was like, this is not the time to be doing this. He's like, yeah, it is. It's all good. Can I just say that during this entire time period, Luke is very calm. I feel like this is really the cocky side of Luke Skywalker that we've never seen before. Because
because he was like, yo, Jabba, I know I'm in this like deep like hole right now, but like, you better stop before I kill you.
He's like, this is your last chance. And Jabba's just like,
I was like, what? I'm like, do you see? Like, he's like, you see what's going on? Like, last chance for what?
little
and
did
then
you know.
and then Luke did his little hand gesture to
And-
R2, and
yeah, Lando too.
yeah.
And then the whole plan started just going into work.
So, Family Guy made fun of the scene where they just had like a 45-second or a minute long scene of them just doing.
Just doing the,
just
doing the nod.
Yeah, to like every single person. So what happened? He jumps off the platform, holds onto it, jumps right back up, and R2's just like, poof!
Got you.
Lightsaber.
Lightsaber.
And
Glides back.
so if nobody noticed, it's green, not blue like his old one, because he lost that one
Yeah.
at the end of Empire Strikes Back. But this green one is actually made by him.
Yes. This is he actually. Like,
But you don't even know that because, I mean, you kind of do. Darth Vader kind of says it
Yeah, he
later
tells
in
you
the
later
movie.
on.
But like, if they didn't even drop that, it would have just been, no, yeah, he just got it somehow.
Yeah, some different color lightsaber, whatever.
So what happens? Yo, they all just ended up wrecking like Luke
Yeah.
especially. Yo, Luke, it didn't even look like he was fighting. It just looked like he was wailing his lightsaber around. He was just like doing like wide like swings.
Everyone's just like, ah, shit, just getting wrecked.
And Han Solo, who could barely still see, like realizes Lando. Yo, for this guy that screwed him over, he trusted Lando mad quick in that
Yep.
situation, which I don't really blame him.
Yep.
But, man,
Lando came clutch, yo.
But Boba Fett just came flying from the bar thing into the thing, and then Chewie's like, "Arr!" And Han Solo's like, Boba Fett. And he's like holding onto that giant like pole, like stick gun,
thing.
already, and he's just like, Boba Fett, where? And this was the worst way. It made me so mad the way they got rid of him. He just hits him by accident,
Hits his
falls
jetpack.
into the pit, and then gets eaten by the Sarlacc. And I was just like, come on. He was such an awesome looking character because the worst part was Jango Fett got the best screen time.
Yep.
Boba Fett got nothing. All he got was, I traced the ship in Empire Strikes Back, and in this one he made a jetpack flight to the bar that they were on, and then he got accidentally hit off.
Accidentally.
Just smirked. And can we just go back to the...
And that's the only time you heard him too. Ah! Like falling in.
Can we just go back to Leia real quick? How Leia is just straight choking the
God.
shit
She's
out
like,
of Jabba in the Hutt.
Yeah, Jabba has all his slave girls always like chained to him.
Yeah.
Well, it cost you. I was like, why wasn't anybody else this smart? Like, while everybody's sleeping, all you have to because everybody sleeps at the same time for some like reason, and they all sleep at Jabba's hut.
Yeah.
All you have to do is choke the dude out, and you're good.
And Leia was just like,
Yeah, it was the
nah,
only
you
one.
dead. You dead. And he was like, I can't do it. And he died.
Yeah,
KO.
they just wrecked shop, and then they left.
Yep.
They blew up the bar too. He's like, point that gun at the deck.
Yeah, really?
Pointed. And then he's just like, okay, poof, and it just like swings over, and he's like, all right, grab the droids and the GTFO.
They just dipped.
And then they and then the next shot is them going to space. He's going back to Dagobah to finish his training.
Mhm.
And Han Solo's like, oh man, now I owe you one. I'm like, bro, do you know how to count?
Right.
I'm like, you saved his ass twice. He saved you once. He still owes you.
You see got one up your sleeve, man. You're good.
Yeah, I was just like, now I owe you one. I'm like, he never repaid you.
Yeah, never did.
And so,
He goes to Dagobah.
And
Han Solo and them go back to the Rebel fleet.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to Dagobah, and Yoda's like more old for some reason than the last one, and just chills in his bed. He's like, I need to get some like the cozies. I need to get sleep.
Yoda was pulling some real shit because Luke was like, Vader's my father.
He's like, told you, did he? His father, your father, he is. And I was just like, okay.
He was like, why didn't you tell me? And then Yoda's just like, how much rest I need. I'm just like, how are you just gonna turn over when he's asking you a question?
And then when he's dying, Luke, you got to do this. He just kept on saying Luke, and then said whatever he needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Family Guy made fun of that too. I was just like, yeah, I don't know why. You just say everything at once. And then what happens? He dies and immediately becomes a Force Ghost.
Yeah, he just becomes a Force Ghost, just like real quick, and then like he's
now see that's one thing that doesn't make sense to me because the Ghost Force in the Star Wars, it made it seem like the Jedi's bodies just disappear and then they become ghosts. It was revealed in the Revenge of the Sith that you have to train to do the ghost, like Force Ghost, right? So the only ones known to do it have been Obi-Wan, because he got training, Yoda, and Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
But how come Luke automatically sees these ghosts?
Because the Force is strong with him, man.
So?
It's like as strong as remember, he's
Yoda's the strongest, and that guy had to be trained by Qui-Gon to see the Force ghosts. He said it himself.
He said it in
And then Revenge of the Sith, yeah.
Yeah, but no, you're forgetting that Anakin was stronger than Yoda.
That hasn't been. He has the midichlorian clouds that don't exist no more. So let's not even bring that up. But it's been shown that how come Luke can just see them? I don't understand.
Because he's the chosen one.
Luke is not. It was Anakin.
No, he's the chosen one too.
No, it was just Anakin.
No, he was the chosen
I'll
one.
explain it to you at the end of the movie.
I know, I'm kidding.
Okay, good.
Jeez. But Luke is one of the chosen ones.
Which is why I still don't understand how Luke was able to just be like, oh, Force Ghost, yeah.
Leia wasn't able to see it.
Because even at the end of yeah, exactly. At the end of Revenge of the Sith, Yoda was like, training I have for you. Your old master figured out how to talk from the dead. I'll tell you how. And I was like, okay, nobody trained Luke, but for some goddamn reason he knows.
Sometimes it just happens,
But then, this is when Ben showed up on Dagobah when Luke was trying to leave. He's like, yo, why didn't you tell me? Yo, I told you.
But I didn't tell you directly.
He's like, what the hell does that supposed to mean?
I was like,
certain point of view. Get out of here.
I was like, are you kidding me right now?
That's because the movie, the storyline wasn't completely done yet.
Yeah.
That was the cop out. But that shit was so funny. He's like, certain point of view? No, he's my dad. You didn't kill him.
Well, he technically died when he became Darth Vader.
So
so Luke was just like, you know what, F you.
Luke was like, all right, whatever. I don't even care anymore.
He's like, yo, whatever. He's like, if you go there and fight him now, you're not ready. He's like, if you go fight him right now, they'll win. He's like, yeah, I have to. He's like, then the Emperor's already won. And he's like, yeah. And then he's like, there's another one at least. And then you have a sister, Leia. He knew immediately, and he was like, oh,
right.
Your insight serves you well because you can see ghosts without training. I'm going to bring it up. So he does that, and he's just like, all right, now I know Leia's my sister, confirmed, and Darth Vader's my dad.
Yep.
He's like, all right, trying to leave this piece of shit planet. he dips. Meets up at the fleet, where the fleet is they break up into teams. They're going to have a ground assault and an air assault to attack the new Death Star. The new Death Star is funny because it's not even built, yo.
It's not even 100%.
Yeah, it's just it just looks like there's pieces of the old one. And just try to glue it back together. And
it really does look like a Lego set. You're just like, oh, it's missing a couple bricks, but we're good. It still works.
Han Solo was put in charge of the ground team.
They're trying to break the shield barrier. That's down there.
That's around Death Star because they learned they're like, yo, let's just get an outsource,
Yeah.
let's have it going.
Let's just do it.
And Han Solo didn't. He has the regular forces, but he didn't pick up. He didn't pick any other people.
Yeah. So he just has the basic amount of people.
He just had regular stunt people that didn't matter, and then Leia's like, oh, count me in.
Yeah.
And then Chewie was like, I'm in too.
And then Luke was like, yo, you can count me in too.
too.
Everyone was like, oh, it's Luke Skywalker.
Jedi Master. Well, remember, he's Commander Skywalker.
Yeah, Commander Skywalker. Everyone was like, oh, he's amazing.
Yeah, obviously, everybody knows he's big stuff. The Emperor and Darth Vader want him.
Yeah,
like,
right?
that sends off saying, like, yo, this guy.
He's legit.
He's legit. Like,
MVP.
he's the real deal. And then Han's like, yo, Han told everybody about Lando's like backstory at like a battle of Tanab or something.
Yeah, so they make Lando. They promote Lando.
They made Lando wasn't even part of the rebellion.
Yeah, he just.
he's like, yo, somebody told him about my story. They made me leader of the sky battle when you take down the shield. And I'm like, yo, man, you deserve it.
Yeah.
And then Han Solo's like, yo, take the Millennium Falcon. Don't hurt it.
Don't scratch it.
And it was funny because there was that one scene where talking to him, like you're just like Lando's just like, that was close. And I'm just like, I was like, yeah, I would say so. And then what they get? They took an Imperial transport ship that they were able to get.
Yeah.
And they used that shuttle Tiberian.
Yeah, and then they had a code.
Tiberian or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a code.
But it was an old code, but Darth Vader sensed him, so he was just like, it's fine, let him go.
Yeah, well, yeah. Darth Vader just like he sends him. He's like, does that Imperial ship have a code? Yeah, they use an old one, but it checks out. Well, hey, there's flag number 1.
Yeah, right? I was sitting there, Darth Vader looked at him, he was like, what? Are you kidding me? It checks out, so it's okay.
It's an older one. That's flag number 1. It's clearly done. It's funny. He's like, yo. Luke was like, yo, Vader's on that one, like, and he's like, yo, you can't be sure. He's like, but just in case, fly, keep your distance. I don't know, fly casual. What does fly casually mean? It's like fly casually,
but not too casually.
But the code worked, and then. He's like, see, it worked out. And Luke is like, no, come on, they let us go. And he's like, come on, man, you're overstating this. No, Luke is like,
no, they let us go.
Because they get onto the planet, and they're like, all right, time to go take down the shield generator. And Han's like, they're like, yo, Han, you gotta be quiet when taking out these two people. It's me. What does he do? Step on a stick and
snaps, and people are like, "Oh, damn!" He's like, "Damn it!"
So they take them out, but there was 2 other ones that they didn't see, and then they get on speeders. Well, Leia just hops on one, doesn't even care about the rest of them. Just like, I'm gonna go, and Luke was just like, "Yo, come on, Leia, hold up," and goes
hops on with Leia, and then they go take off after.
And
the
then
2 speeders.
Luke starts doing his fancy stuff. He hops onto the other speeder,
takes that guy out.
And then takes out the
other speeder.
Yeah, and then Leia keeps on going, chasing the last one. And Luke returns, and they're like, yo, Leia isn't with you? He's like,
is she not back yet? Oh, snap. And then they go looking for Leia.
Yo, your insight can tell you she's your sister. You can't have the insight to be like, yo, she needs help. Because she crashed, right?
Yeah.
She wakes up to Ewok. These new teddy bear-like creatures.
Adorable.
They're essentially the Wookiee-like.
Yeah, Wookiee-like, but like very, very small.
Yeah. And they speak like not like Chewbacca, but like they speak their own language.
Mm-hmm.
Leia gives this one a cookie or a cracker or
some
something.
sort of like some I think a cookie.
And then they're like, "Oh man, you fed me. Follow me. I'll take you to safety." And Luke and them are like, "We gotta find Leia." They find her helmet.
And they find the 3 speeders that crash.
And then they're like...
And then Chewbacca's just like, yo, I see food. You know, I'm all about this food. And then Han's just like, Chewie, no!
And then they just go up. And then they're like, yo, how do we get out? And Luke is like, yo, Han, can you get my lightsaber? And Han sounded like just like an asshole. Yeah!
Yeah, sure. But the R2's just like, nah, I got this. And the R2's like starts cutting and see.
Well, he doesn't tell anybody, but C-3PO is like,
I think that's a good idea.
He's like, don't do it. And then they just all fall, and then all the Ewoks are there. And then they're just like, oh, well, we're kind of effed.
Han's just like, get this shit out of my face.
Yeah, they start carrying them like they're pigs on about to cook some pigs.
You forgot when they made C-3PO like the god.
Oh yeah, because he's gold and everything.
Yeah, he's
like,
gold.
the golden man.
Yeah, everyone was just like, oh, C-3PO.
Oh, whatever it was. They're just like praying to it. And then take him to the base, and then that's where they take him to their home where they see Leia. Leia's like in slave outfit number 2.
No, isn't she like a queen now?
Yeah, but she was like, they made her dress up in like Ewok style.
She's like a fucking spring goddess now, and they're all about to be served for
a golden machine.
Yeah,
and then
I don't know what he was doing.
They were gonna cook Luke, Han, and Chewbacca and eat them
for the festival.
And Luke was just like, "Yo, you tell them to let us go. Otherwise, you're gonna do your magic." And he tells them, and the Ewoks are like, "Yeah, right." And then Luke is like, "All right." Force slipped. And then they're like, "Oh my god." They're like, "He's doing magic."
We gotta let him go. We gotta let him go.
And then they could just cut them off. And then Han's like, "Yo, get our weapons back. Yo, tell them we could use their help." Yo, what's taking so long? I'm just like, what? I'm like, let him say his shit. Like, Han Solo's such an asshole. But he's funny, though.
This is also the part when Luke is just like...
Luke is just, like, depressed, and Leia's just like, what's wrong, man?
He's like, I gotta go.
Like, I gotta go,
I gotta go.
I brought Darth Vader, yo. He just came by, yo.
Yeah,
I sense it.
I sense it, but by the way...
well, he's like, why do you have to go by him? He's my father.
And then there's another.
He's like, do you remember anything about your mother? And she's like, she was kind but sad.
And beautiful.
But sad.
Yeah.
And I was just like, good description.
Yeah. He's like, I don't remember anything about my mother. And I'm just like...
He's like, this force is strong in my family.
My father has it.
I have it. My sister has it.
And then she's like...
Yeah. Yes, you're my sister.
It's you, Leia. You're my sister.
And then she's just like,
I've known.
Yeah. I was like, you incestuous piece.
It's like I've known. Somehow I've always known, and I'm just like, wait a minute.
So that one scene in episode 5.
I'm like, gross.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I gotta go. I gotta do this. I know there's good in him. He goes. And then Han Solo walks by and he sees this going on. He's like, what's wrong?
She's like, I
don't know. I can't talk about it right now. But you can talk to that guy.
You can talk to Luke about it. I was like, this is the funniest part where she's just like,
hold me.
Yeah. If a girl ever did that, she was just like, after we argue, hold me. Get the fuck off of me. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Han Solo's what he do, though. He was just like, you can tell that. You can tell him.
Oh my god, that shit had me going crazy. I was like, she was just like, hold me, and he was like, all right, you're right, it's okay.
So from there, Luke saw Darth. Well, he turned himself in, and the guy's like, yo, he came, Lord Vader, with this. And then Lord Vader's like, you made your own lightsaber. Your training is now complete.
Yeah, right?
And he's like, I know you used to be Anakin Skywalker.
That name is no more.
No meaning
that name has no meaning to me. I know there's good in you, Father. I feel it. And he's just like, turns on the lightsaber. He's like, nah, it's too late for me. Let's go. The Emperor wants to see you.
You have no idea how powerful the dark side is.
So the next day it happens essentially while they're traveling to the Death Star, and then they're about to get ready for attack. The Ewoks help them attack
like crazy. They're like, the Ewoks come in clutch, yo.
But it was a trap. Everything was a setup. The Emperor knew what was going on. Because they had a mean-ass ground assault on Endor.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, the saddest music was playing. You see Ewoks getting effed up. You see, like, everything just going off. And then in the sky, they're just like, don't worry, man. They'll get the shield down. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? How come they're all... There's nothing. And there's like, oh, shit, the shield is up.
Yeah.
They make a U-turn, and just behind them is just like
a whole fleet.
And then they're just like, they're like, oh, well.
Well, just keep them close. Keep them away from the main ships. We got to keep them going.
It's our trap.
It's our trap. The famous meme.
Line.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
That shit was so funny. And then Luke is like with the Emperor and like all this shit's going down. He's like, ha ha! I really screwed you guys.
He's like, I got you good. I played your asses out.
Yo, so when the Endor thing was happening, man, mad sad music going on.
Right?
Like, and then you see like Ewoks just going up to each other.
Right?
I'm
They're
just
all
like,
dying. I'm like, for real. They were just like, and they just sat there and just started crying. I'm
Bro,
just like,
they were going in on the ATSTs, yo. They threw logs on the ground and the shit just fell over.
the two logs.
The two logs that just hit
I'm
them.
like, damn.
I was like, yo, the primal
Savages, yo.
the primal savages.
They put in
And
work.
They steal an ATST
Yeah.
and Chewbacca's like, get out of here, let me pilot this. He's like, you guys ain't gonna do shit with it. And then they get to the generator building. They're about to Han and them gave up, but Chewbacca came and was like, yo, I got this. And then Han Solo's like, wait, got an idea. They put on a helmet and then pretends to be a guy in the ATST. And then the guy's like, yo, we got them all. We need you to open the doors and come help us out. And they're like, finally.
We got
Opens
this.
the door.
They all run out, and then they're just like, got you, bitch.
Yeah, and then they were just like, all right, it's donezo. And then they set up the charges, blow it up, and then the assault team was like, the shields are down. It's time. And then they start doing their thing. And while all this is going down, Vader and the Emperor and Luke are just doing their thing. Vader and Luke are having their battle in there.
Oh yeah, like
their father and son bond.
Yeah,
as I call it.
The Emperor was just sitting there like, you want this lightsaber? I
want to chop me down for your friends. Succumb.
Hey, the hatred just flows within you.
And then he's like, they're all gonna die, and he's just
Yeah, Luke was just like, I had enough of you. Then Vader was just like, nuh-uh. And that's when the real fights are happening.
And that fight was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a really good
weirdly, that room was not lit.
Yeah.
It was like dark the whole time.
It was bad dark.
And then Vader's like goading him on, just like, I can feel the fear in you. Your thoughts betray you. If you won't fall, maybe your sister will. You have a sister.
Yeah, that's when Luke lost his shit.
And he's like, maybe she'll turn. Now Obi-Wan's failure is complete.
Yeah, I was like, yo.
And then Luke was like, never!
Straight went ham on him. Darth Vader was just like,
there was one time he was holding onto the rail. He was like,
I can't do this anymore.
And then chopped off his hand, and then he was just like, and then he was like, oh my god, I got wrecked.
And then the Emperor was like, good.
Yeah. He's like, yes. And then Luke was like, no, and turns off his lightsaber, tosses it aside. Stupid.
I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he did that.
So dumb.
He had the opportunity right there. The Emperor was like, unlimited power.
He's like, fine, if you won't do it. And he just started going in on him. It was just like, electrocuted. He lasted longer than any other person that got electrocuted by the Emperor. All this shit is going down. The ships are attacking. The Endor thing is done, essentially.
Yeah.
It's just the ships and Luke's thing.
Yeah.
So the Millennium Falcon goes inside, and a couple of X-Wings go inside, and TIE fighters follow them. Now, this corridor is so small that they're flying through. Like, it's legit. Even in the video game. Man, it was the hardest thing ever.
Oh, man, I remember that.
Like, so Han told Lando not to get damaged on the ship. The first thing that goes was like a satellite thing, on the ship. It's the first thing to go, and all he does is like, that was close. It just keeps on flying. But they put in the finishing blow to the core reactor. But before they do that, he's still getting electrocuted. And then you hear him begging for help from Vader.
Father,
please,
help me. And Vader is like, he's still there for a minute. He's just like,
yeah, he's just like dead face. You can't see his face, but he's just like, he kept on looking back and forth every once in a while. and then he picked the Emperor up and threw him. Now, this is where one of the movie changes happened that a lot of people didn't like. In the original one, he doesn't say anything. He just picks the Emperor up and throws him. In the remakes, the countless, re-releases, he says no one picking him up. That never happened. He never yelled no. He just picked him up and threw him. And then for some reason, when he threw him down the shaft into the fire, blue flames were emitted, going up the column.
That's the darkness.
Can I say, the Emperor was so funny when he got picked up. He's just like,
He's like,
electricity.
Going up.
He's just still has the electricity going on. And that's why Vader really died, because the equipment started going off.
Yeah.
Because the electricity effed it up. But that's when Vader turned to the good side again and fulfilled the prophecy of
The
being
chosen
one. Now, this is where the debate comes in. Was he the chosen one because he brought balance? Because he destroyed all the Jedi, and all the Sith are gone now.
Mm-hmm.
The only remaining one
It's Luke.
Luke. As we know.
Yeah, there could be more.
We're going to find out in the new movie what's going on with all that. But, like, they're having, like, a dying moment. Like, he's, like, having the dying son moment. He's like, yo, take off my mask.
I want to look upon you with my own eyes.
And all you see is this bald dude that got, like, clearly got fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, and then when you watch Revenge of the Sith, you're just like, oh. Yeah, he got effed. And he's like, tell your sister you were right. You were right about me. Like, okay, he was right. And Luke is like, I'm going to take your body and give it a proper Jedi burial, which is you usually burn the body. But for Yoda and Obi-Wan, that didn't matter. They were just like, your body disappear. See, and that's the thing. Do you, like, I guess that it doesn't matter for Force Ghost. You can just do Force Ghost if you were, like, disappear or not, like, burn. That's why I don't... Did they explain why Yoda and Obi-Wan disappear, but every other Jedi had to get their bodies, like, cremated? Nope. Confusing. He gets on the transport shuttle, flies away as the Death Star blows up, and then we're on Endor again. And they're like patching Leia up, and they're just like, Han's like, I'm sure Luke wasn't on there. He's probably fine. He's like, I understand. When he comes back, I won't get in your way. She's like, what the F are you talking about?
No, like, that's my brother. And then he's just like,
huh? And then she kisses him. He's like, yeah.
That was her role. She's like, I love him. I was like, oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, you're right. Nah, it's my brother. That's when the makeout really happened.
Yeah.
The real
Han Solo's
makeout.
face expression when
He was just like,
he was probably thinking about that moment. He was probably like, he's probably thinking about it. He's like, yeah, whatever, I'm good.
and she's just like, you're silly. And I'm like, what the hell?
So when Luke gets back to Endor, he burns Vader's body by himself and nobody with him.
Mhm.
He just burns it. And then he joins the party where everybody's just like playing music and
Everyone's
like,
getting crunk. Yeah.
like, yeah, let's celebrate on Endor. What? Get out of the forest. Like, chill somewhere else. No, they're like, yo, let's chill with the Ewoks. And
Endor's
party with them.
getting lit
And
right
that's
now.
another thing that changed because the original music was regular Ewok music, and then they changed it in the re-releases into something else.
I forget what it was, but I played both of them because I wanted to see the alternate ending too with the Anakin.
Yeah, because that was the last thing that happened in the movie that they changed. Luke joins the party, just hugs everybody and says, what's up? He walks away for a second, puts his typical, put arm like, I did work. And then he sees the Force Ghost of Yoda and Obi-Wan first, and then they turn, and then, Anakin. Now, in the original one, it was the original person in the suit, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Sebastian Shaw? Or Sebastian something. Or Shaw, I don't remember. But, like, he was the original Vader person in the Vader suit. And Earls did the voiceover for Vader.
Yeah.
In the re-release,
Amazing
after Revenge of the Sith, they take him out and replace him with Hayden Christensen, Anakin Skywalker. Now, if that was the case, people are like, oh, that makes sense. He was Anakin Skywalker. I'm like, yeah, but when when Obi-Wan and Yoda died, they died in their oldest form. It's not like they came back in their young ghost form. So why did Anakin come back in his young ghost form? And they're like, oh, because that was the last time he was a Jedi. Incorrect. He was a Jedi when he killed Palpatine and turned back at the very end.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, but that's when he was the most powerful. I'm like,
Doesn't make
the
sense.
Force powerful gets more powerful as you get older because you know more about it. It's weird. I didn't like that they changed it.
I wasn't like how he looked. He was just looking down. He's like, "Yeah, I'm here. I made it. I'm in a classic movie."
Right? He felt like he didn't belong. He was like,
Yeah.
I made it, guys.
I'm just like, "Shut up."
But I was like, that made no sense to me.
They just did it for just to make it tie into the movie a little better, I guess. I don't know.
I guess that's the only reason to do it.
That's really the only reason why you would do it.
And it was a stupid reasoning too. It made like absolute no sense. It was just done for the hell of it. But that's the whole movie.
Yeah, the last scene was a squad picture. Everyone's chilling there.
Yeah, they're just all chilling around the campfire, and then the classic credits theme song plays.
Yeah.
I'd give Return of the Jedi a good 8.5, 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I wasn't on the Empire Strikes Back, Strikes Back, but like I would give that one like a 9.5 out of 10.
That was one of the best movies. Everyone said that was a better movie than this one, and I have to agree. But like,
Return of the Jedi. Like if I had to put them in order, I'd put Episode 5, 4, 6, 3,
1, 2.
2.
Damn.
2 is really
Two
bad.
is the last one.
Well, no. I mean, 1 and 2 are like a tie for me.
Yeah.
They're both equally bad.
Yeah.
The only reason I put 1 before 2 is Darth Maul, and 2 was just
2 is just
no. And,
stop.
Now, if somebody asks, so we did the movies in order 1 through 6, but that's because we just did them in order, and at this point, everybody watched them. We were just talking about it and giving our opinions on stuff. If I were telling you to watch it, I would tell you to watch it 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Why? Because if you watch 1, 2, 3, it takes away from the reveal factor in number 5 and some other stuff that you find out in like the older series. It takes away.
Yes, it does.
So, but if you don't want to do that, I'd suggest doing what other people do. Watch 4, watch 5, watch 2 and 3. You can skip 1 completely if you want to, or you can do 1, 2, and 3.
And then you watch 6 last.
Yeah, because you watch 2 and 3, and then you watch 6 last, or you watch 1, 2, and 3. Say, skip 1.
You don't really need to watch 1.
If you want to watch something of 1, watch the end, just for Darth Maul's fight. And
watch that and watch the race. That's just really it.
Yeah, otherwise, no reason to watch it. You can skip it completely. Just watch 4, 5, 2, 3, 6. But personally, I say just go with the classic route 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. And you'll be good.
Yep.
Also, one thing I want to tell you guys is you guys should definitely check out the Star Wars exhibit in New York City. That actually has a lot of...
Yes, you checked it out last week.
Yeah, it was great.
Is it there? How long is it going to be there for?
I have no idea how long it's going to be there, but it's going to probably be there through the holidays, of course, since
the new movie.
Yeah, but it's really cool. You get to see a lot of the old costumes, the authentic costumes. You start off with the movie, then you actually get to see the entire the costumes and some of the characters. The only 2 characters I didn't see there was Jabba the Hutt and also my homie Jar Jar. But other than that, you see
Jar Jar's your homie?
Yeah, Jar Jar's my boy.
All right, we're now done with this episode because I didn't want to leave it on a bad note, but he just did. Thank you for joining us. Please join us when we do a discussion.
Eddie!
Please join us when we do the video for the 7th one. Please watch this week's Geek Index, the podcast. It's going to be all Star Wars based. Thank you for joining us, and as always, keep it geeky.